Ric Flair on the line. George Scott meant so much to you, to your career. Tell our listeners what George Scott meant to you.
Well, I couldn't summarize it. George Scott, not only at that time of my life, but throughout the years, they're one of my best friends. I give him total credit for everything that came about after the airplane crash, which was the launch of Nature Boy Ric Flair, and he was, in my estimation, one of the greatest promoters and bookers of his era, and just a phenomenal guy.
Rick, if somebody...
He understood our business backwards and forwards. He was just a phenomenal person with a lot of confidence, and understood our business because he had a wrestling background and a career that was good before he got into management, but he understood the mentality of the guys, he understood the egos, and he knew how to compliment everybody and keep everybody happy, and that was our business. It can be political at times, and back then it was different than it is now. It was very competitive, and he just was just phenomenal what he did.
Well, the best series of matches I always talk to people about were the matches of you against Ricky Steamboat, and I understand he was such a large part of the creation of those matches.
He was the original series of matches back in '76, and then all the way through the '80s and '90s. I mean, he was, George was a big part of it all.
Okay. Ric Flair, thank you so much for your memories of George
Scott.
Scott.
I love him, and I'll always love him and respect him, and thank him for what he did for my career. I spoke with him 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And much to my dismay, he was still smoking a cigarette. He was a separate Canadian gentleman.
Yeah, he was fabulous. He treated me, he treated everybody well.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He mentored me back then, and helped guide me through a very tough, hard time in the wrestling business in the '70s and the '80s, and he was right there for all. Never left my side.
Okay.
Great man.
Ric Flair here with Bill Apter on OneWrestling.com with his memories of the great George Scott.